When I was a young man 40 years ago, the country was very, very poor, with lots and lots and lots of people living in poverty. We decided to do something about it. But we didn't begin with a welfare program or a poverty reduction program, but we began with a family planning program following a very successful maternal child health sets of activities. So basically, no one would accept family planning if their children didn't survive. So the first step, get to the children, get to the mothers, and then follow up with family planning. Not just child mortality alone, you need also family planning. Now let me take you back as to why we needed to do it. In my country, that was the case in 1974. 7 children per family, tremendous growth at 3.3%. There was just no future. We needed to reduce the population growth rate. So we said, let's do it. The women said, we agree, we'll use pills. But we needed doctors to prescribe the pills. And we had very, very few doctors. So we didn't take no as an answer, we took no as a question. What do we do for the other 80%? Leave them alone and say, well, they're not medical personnel? No, we decided to do a bit more. So we went to the ordinary people that you saw, and they were terrific, and they practiced their family planning themselves. So they could supply pills and condoms throughout the country, in every village of the country. So there we are. We went to the people who were seen as the cause of the problem to be the solution. So wherever there were people, and you can see most of the women, selling things, here's the floating market, selling bananas and crabs, and also contraceptives. Wherever you find people, you will find contraceptives in Thailand. And then we decided, why not get to religion? And Thai people were Buddhists, so we went to them and they said, look, could you help for the monk to sprinkle holy water on pills and condoms for the sanctity of the family? And this picture was sent throughout the country. So some of the monks in the villages were doing the same thing themselves. And the women were saying, no wonder we have no side effects. It's been blessed. That was their perception. And then we went to teachers. You need everybody to be involved in trying to provide whatever it is that makes humanity a better place. So we went to the teachers. Over 250,000 were told about family planning with new alphabet: A, B for birth, C for condom, I for IUD, V for vasectomy. Again, education plus entertainment. And the kids were doing it in schools too. We had relay races with condoms. We had children's condom blowing championship. And before long, the condom was known as the girl's best friend. We introduced our first microcredit program in 1975, and the women who organized it said, we only want to lend to women who practice family planning. If you're pregnant, take care of your pregnancy. If you're not pregnant, you can take a loan out from us. And that was run by them, and after 35, 36 years, it's still going on. It's part of the Village Development Bank. It's not a real bank, but it's a fund, microcredit, and we didn't need a big organization to run it. It was run by the villages themselves, and you've probably hardly seen a Thai man there. It's always women, 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 women. And what happened? In all this thing, from 7 children to 1.5 children. And so that's the case of everyone joining in. We didn't have a strong government. We didn't have lots of doctors. But it's everybody's job who can change attitude and be. And after I gave them statistics, they said, yes, okay, you can use all the radio stations, television, everyone. And we said the public institutions, religious institutions, schools, everyone was involved, starting from university. And these are high school kids teaching high school kids. And the best teachers were the girls, not the boys. And they were terrific. And these girls who go around teaching about safe sex and HIV were known as Mother Teresa. And then we went down one more step. These are primary school kids, 3rd, 4th grade, going to every household in the village, every household in the whole of Thailand, giving AIDS information and a condom to every household given by these young kids. And no parents objected because we were trying to save lives, and this was a lifesaver. And then we gave condoms up everywhere in the streets, everywhere, everywhere. In taxis, you get condoms. And also in traffic, the policemen give you condoms, our Cops and Rubbers program. And then, new change. We had hairband, clothing, and the condom for your mobile phone during the rainy season. I gave this to Al Gore and to Bill Sr. also. Stop global warming, use condoms. And then this is the picture that I mentioned to you, that the weapon of mass protection. And let the next Olympics save some lives. Why just run around? There was political commitment, some financial commitment, and everybody joined in the fight. So just don't leave it to the specialists, the doctors and nurses. We all need to help. And then we decided to help people out of poverty, this time not with government alone, but in cooperation with the business community. Because poor people are business people who lack business skills and access to credit. Those are the things to be provided by the business community. We're trying to turn them into barefoot entrepreneurs, little business people. The only way out of poverty is through business enterprise. So that was done. So the money goes from the company into the village via tree planting. So it's not a free gift. They plant the trees and the money goes into their microcredit fund, which we call the Village Development Bank. Everybody joins in and they feel they own the bank because they brought the money in. And before that, you can borrow the money, you need to be trained. And we believe if you want to help the poor, those who are living in poverty, access to credit must be a human right. Access to credit must be a human right, otherwise they'll never get out of poverty. And then before getting a loan, you must be trained. Here's what we call a barefoot MBA, teaching people how to do business so that when they borrow money, they'll succeed with the business. So these are some of the businesses: mushrooms, crabs, vegetables, trees, fruits. And then now finally in education, we want to change the school as being underutilized into a place where it's a lifelong learning center for everyone. We call this our school-based integrated rural development, and it's a center, a focal point for economic and social development. So redo the school, make it serve the community needs ground so they raise their own vegetables. And then finally, I firmly believe if we want the MDGs to work, the Millennium Development Goals, we need to add family planning to it. Of course, child mortality first, and then family planning. Everyone needs family planning service. It's underutilized. So we have now found the weapon of mass protection. And then finally, that is our network, and these are our Thai tulips.